Hello everybody, welcome back to Mercury Farms, Road Gaming here. Thanks for tagging along with us, so let's get started. What's going on everybody, Road Gaming here. Welcome back to Mercury Farms. It's going to be episode number 2. We are starting off virtually from where we left off in the end of the last episode. We're just finishing up tillage on field 10 here. I got the Neo disc running. I'm really liking this little mod. It's really handy, looks really cool, gives us a good plowed state, which is perfect. Today what I want to get done is get some money in the bank, which is of course what any farmer wants to do. Anybody playing this game wants money in the bank, and I think the best way we can do it, plus helping our own farm, is getting a fertilizer spreader. I had a look off screen at the different options we had. I think I found one that I'm really going to like. It's really going to fit the farm and be used quite a bit. To start with, we'll go ahead and get the Vader stat going. Get some crops in the ground. One really cool feature about this particular planter is it also does soybeans. Soybeans in Farm Sim 19 are virtually little gold beans. They are worth their weight in gold. So that's what I wanted to do. With this seeder planter, we can also do sunflowers, corn, cotton, stuff like that, but we can also do soybeans, so that's what we're going to put in the ground for the first round. I want to try to get some money in. Like I said, I'd like to go ahead and buy the field just off to our right there, or maybe the one straight ahead of us. I haven't decided yet. Take the fence out and extend these fields out a little bit, connect them together if we can. That'll be hopefully in the next couple episodes, get some money in. As you can see, $22,000 isn't enough to do a whole great deal. It's enough to get us some seed in the ground and get us some money rolling in here in the next couple of days. But right now, as it stands, it is just not enough to really progress this farm the way I want it to progress. So we're going to go ahead and finish out this field, get it planted. We're going to go ahead and get the fertilizer spreader, so we can get some contracts done. The contracts on this on Mercury Farms are actually paying out pretty well for fertilizer, so I'm pretty excited about that. The fields aren't real super big by any means, so that's going to go a long way. I think we're just going to go ahead and head on over to the store now. I left a worker going on planting those soybeans there. We've got the barley over on field 11 that's virtually ready. We'll get it harvested. Get the Neo disc on that, get that tilled, and then get another crop in the ground. I'll probably do both in soybeans. They may be a day apart as far as when they're ready, but that'll be good for just keeping up with everything. Loving Mercury Farms, just the atmosphere and the look of everything. I just absolutely love it. Fields everywhere, and there's not just gigantic, massive fields that just take up the whole section of land here. I'm really enjoying it. I've got this seed drill here. I'm not sure if we're even going to use it. I'm going to go ahead and take it back to the farm just so it's there. I haven't fully decided if we're going to use it or not. Just looking at the contracts here. Fertilizing, yep, $3,200 for a fertilizing contract. I thought about getting a sprayer. I'm not really keen on the sprayers. I'm really liking this little Kuhn Axius. I had the Braidels and the Alps. Good pieces of equipment. There's big and bulky. Cost a lot of money. And for as small the fields are on Mercury Farms, I really do think that this little Axius is going to do us much better. So I believe that's the one I'm going to go with, just to be able to sling some fertilizer. Now, as you can see, the money has gone down tremendously, but that's nothing too concerning. Anywhere from $15,000 to $3,000 for a fertilizer contract. That's not going to take us very long to do. Will work out perfectly for us. We can just knock out a couple of contracts, set a worker off on it, and just let them go. That way the contract's getting done in a reasonable amount of time, and we don't have too much to worry about. Drop this down so I can see a little bit. Do we overtake him or not? We're almost to the farm. I said we just hang out for a second. Almost there. I'm starting to get my hang around Mercury Farms here. The different roads and different places in between. There's a lot of connecting and interchangeable routes you can take to get to virtually any field on the map, and it's really, really cool. The way Jim has put this map together, it's really nice. Just drop this cedar off here for a minute. We'll put it up later. Right now what I want to do is go ahead and get the fertilizer in the tank here. Go and get it filled up as much as we can. We only had a little over $2,000, so there's not a lot of fertilizer we're going to be able to go in there. But hopefully it'll be enough to do a field or a contract or two. Just get a little bit more money in so we can fill it all the way back up. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put some narrow tires on this, just to have the narrows on there for any fertilizer spreading we do. Excuse me. Narrow tires on, didn't cost us anything. Absolutely perfect. I think I'll go ahead and just put this on the back instead of the front. It's a little heavy for the front there. Much better. Alright, field 33. It's all harvesting. There's a fertilizing. Field 5, $1,000. Field 1, $1,000. I believe we're going to go hit field 33 first. You figure out where 33 is. Where are you at, 33? Oh, there it is. Top left-hand corner. Alrighty. Let's head that way and let's get this fertilizer spread and starting. When I said that barley was ready, it is almost ready. It's not quite in its final growth stage yet. I do believe I want to go the other way, back towards Mercury Hilltop, if I remember correctly. We'll head back that general direction. Probably could have took a left there, but I think I want to take a left right here. Up here at the top of the hill, this is where the chicken coops are. If you guys haven't explored this area yet, this is where your chicken farm is, or the one that Jim has placed for you. Here's the windmills up top. There's a sell point off to the right over there. Too busy looking at my map. I need to pay attention to where I'm driving to. This farm over here is where the cow pasture is. And the sheep. Got a nice little silage pit there. Head up this little dirt track. I believe we're going to go on up this way, across a little creek. Very nice touch. And then we're going to come out into field 33 finally. It took us a minute to get here, but we finally made it. And there's a crop on the ground, so I'm glad I put these narrows on. During a contract work, you will not hurt another farmer's crops. Just more of a for looks kind of thing for me anyway. And for you guys, if you can appreciate putting narrows on before you just run and jump in another farmer's field. Doing things close to how they should be done. The fertilizer in this little spreader back here is going down very slow. It's got a good 24 meter working width if I remember correctly, so that's got a good range on it. That'll come in really, really handy. Let's get lined back up and we'll just take off again here. Set a worker off and let them kind of get the lines, get everything nice and straight, and get as much coverage as possible. There's nothing worse than being in the middle of a contract, thinking you've got everything covered, and there's that one last percent is in the middle of the field and you can't figure out where it's at. There's just nothing worse than that. But with the workers, they take care of all that for us. What I will probably do now, guys, is I will just go ahead and finish up the rest of this field, jump cut till we get back to the farm. Now I've got time turned up a little bit, so time is moving a little faster than normal game time, just to kind of get more done per day. Like I said in the last episode, what I'm looking for is kind of each episode to be a day of a life in the farm. That way we're not just doing every job in one day, getting it all done, waiting for the crops to grow just to do it all the next day. Having a nice cycle and a nice flow to things, I think is going to be really, really nice and really handy, personally anyway. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. Tell me if you're playing on Mercury Farm, if you're playing on a different farm. Tell me where you're playing at, what you're doing. Something I'd like to try to do is I'd like to join in some other farmers. Check on this. It said it had stopped. and I see why, because it crashed into a pole. I'd like to get in with some other people, if they would allow me to, get in there, help them out, cart with them, silage, whatever they're working on, just jump in there, make some videos, see some other farms, see how they're put together. If that's something you'd be interested in, having me join up on your farm for an episode or two, helping you out, leave me a comment, shoot me a message on Facebook, and we can just see what we can get together and get figured out. If it's something you guys would like to see, leave a like, comment down below. I'm just going to finish up planting this field. And by the time I get that done, the contract should be finished, hopefully anyway. As you can see, we definitely need some money. We are in the negatives, which isn't a huge deal because I know I've got a good little payout of that $3 grand. Yep, there it goes. The contract has finished. We'll just have to collect that here in a second. This setup seems like an awful lot for this little Vulture, but it seems to handle it quite well. Get this backed up and get that collected. The next one, we've got field 5 down there. We've got field 1 for fertilizing contracts. Everything else is harvesting. I think we'll just run and throw some fertilizing contracts together and get some money in the bank here. Alright, let's head up to field 5 and let's see what we can do there. Where is field 5? Oh, it's the agroforestry fields. Very nice. 1 and 5 are both over there. That is something I think is actually pretty cool. I'm really liking the looks of that. If you don't know what agroforestry is, you've got a field cut up into sections, a lot like test plots. The trees would work as kind of a wind barrier between the plots, if you will. Helps with erosion control, stuff like that. The roots of the trees, the grass growing in between, keeps the field together. Jim has put that in there, and I really like it. I'd like to actually own all of those and just kind of do some comparisons. That'd be a perfect place to test different crops, different yields off the same sections, one with fertilizer, one without lime, and just kind of see how many, what kind of yields we can get and stuff like that. As you can see, the trees are right over here. A person could take those and turn these into poplars with the new bio baler from the Anderson DLC. This spreader is going to be a little bit overkill for this, but I don't think it's going to be too bad at all. What field am I on? I bet I picked 1. I did. I picked field 1 first. So I'll run over here and I will fertilize field 1 instead. As you can see, you've got the different crops in. There's cotton there, wheat, barley, Not sure what's growing on field 1 here, but there's something. There's a couple more fields off to the side there. This fertilizer spreader's a little bit overkill for this, but nothing too major. Still gonna get us all the fertilization state we need for the contract. It's gonna be perfect. I'll probably hop over and do field 5 as well while I'm here, as long as the contract is still open. And then we'll get back into something else. I'm hoping by now field 11 is ready to be harvested, the barley we've got over there. I'd like to get that in, get that worked in, get some more contracts done, just get a little bit of money into the farm here. You're going to hear me saying that a lot, because without money in the game, you can't buy any new equipment, you can't buy any new fields, you can't grow your farm. So it all ties together really, really well. Let's see, field 1 and field 5. We'll go ahead and start that. That'll probably bring us into the episode, if you will. We'll finish up fertilizing this, and then I will just get going on stuff off camera, get a few things knocked out, get some more money in the bank. If you've enjoyed this video, leave us a like. If you have a question or a comment, leave it down below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell next to it so you get notified when we make videos. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook. You can send us a message on there, add us as a friend. And until next time, thank you all for watching.